It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Geno Smith. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Raiders and the Bears, and it's all up next.
Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Second down and 8. On the bootleg, it's Smith. Open man, that's Trey Tucker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll go with the counter on first down, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Vegas.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He's got the tight end, Mayer. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. They'll send their tight end left. On 3rd down, it's Williams. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Smith to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Going up top. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion. A play fake. Now Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. A first catch for DJ and a first down. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Raiders with the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. To throw it again, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. 3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. He's got it inside the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll go down back at the 4.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
They'll run. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Swift. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run. It's Swift. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Up until that run, this 1st half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Willams going to look to throw it on 1st down. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Chicago. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Throwing again, Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Here we go. Check.
They'll go. It's Johnson. And he indeed picks up a Bears, and he is going to have the Chargers. Here's Williams now to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back is Smith. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll get this out to his running back. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Bears sending out their punt team. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Raiders offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Now Smith finding his tight end, Mayer. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing on second down, Smith. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Now, Gino. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, Smith. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And I don't know. I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, a field goal try at least gives you a chance to take the lead. I think at this stage, early in the second half, Mike, if I'm this coach, I think I'm thinking long and hard. Do I have a play I love? If I do, let's be aggressive and extend this possession and hopefully come away with 6.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now whistles here and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and long. On the give, here's Swift. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. The Bears send out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Gino. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a designed run. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Willams going to look to throw it on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Willams. This one complete right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Willams. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Bears 1st down. Now Swift. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Willams. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Smith. Quick throw, taken in, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Smith. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. They'll stay on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Smith. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try to run. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to have a Raiders first down, and they get it rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, Is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Smith. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's Geno. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this will be incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Geno to throw. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of it.
He works free, right side, to the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a handoff to Swift. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On third down, here's Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 34-yard line. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
So after the penalty, a break as they now have 1st and 5. They'll drop to throw. The outside, complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, so they take advantage of the 1st and 5 situation and pick up the quick first down. Smith now. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Now, Gino. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play them man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Here we go. One final play, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So this one in the win column for the Bears. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.